Santi Cazorla's dream comes true. Brazil are cooking everyone at the Club World Cup, bar Vini Jr. that is, and this footballer just made his tournament debut despite being disabled. This is DMAC Daily. This man's story is akin to a Hollywood script. Back in 2016, Santi Cazorla suffered a horrific Achilles tendon tear whilst playing for Arsenal. Having struggled to rehab the injury, 8 separate surgeries were required to fix the issue, but a separate problem then arose. Cazorla suffered from gangrene. The problem was so severe that amputation was considered to prevent the infection from traveling up his leg. Cazorla's doctor even told him, if you manage to walk with your child in the garden again, be satisfied. But Cazorla was determined to not only prove his doctor wrong, but also to make a football comeback one day. A further 3 surgeries were required, but miraculously his condition improved. He went from walking to jogging to then somehow returning to the pitch 636 days later at his old club Villarreal. Cazorla would go on to become the club's highest ever scoring midfielder, returning to the Spanish national team after 1,302 days out, and in his final chapter sought a homecoming to where it all began, Real Oviedo. His boyhood club had been struggling financially for decades. Back in 2012, he even bought shares in the club and helped raise €2 million to keep them afloat. He wanted to sign on in 2023 for free, but was legally required to earn the minimum salary. In the following 2 seasons, he's since made over 60 appearances and was a crucial figure in helping Oviedo reach the La Liga 2 playoffs. In their semi-final tie, he scored a match-winning free kick, and in the final, slotted home a penalty that kick-started Oviedo's comeback, to which they inevitably prevailed in extra time. At 40 years of age, Cazorla guided his boyhood club back to La Liga for the first time in 24 years. The script has been written. There's only one Santi Cazorla. Moving to the Club World Cup, and the Brazilian clubs are dominating. Palmeiras, Botafogo, Flamengo, and Fluminense top of their groups. The financial juggernauts of Europe have been humbled. That being said, the Bellinghams are also balling out. Job scored his first senior goal for Dortmund, and then Jude bagged a vital goal in their hard-fought win over Pachuca. There were ugly scenes following accusations of racism leveled towards Rudiger. The new FIFA protocol signal was just bizarre, but focusing on the positives for Madrid, down to 10 men for over 80 minutes, Alonso's men rallied. Gula with a fabulous strike, Courtois reminding everyone why he is still the world's best goalkeeper, making 10 saves. Bro was robbed of the Man of the Match award. Speaking of being robbed, I cannot believe Kenan Yildiz wasn't awarded a hat-trick. Regardless though, the Juve golden boy is stepping up, a goal of the tournament contender. Meanwhile, City's wonder kid Claudio Echeverri bagged his first goal for the club, a simply stunning free kick. Ryan Cherki also scored his first goal for the club, an absolute banger, as Man City obliterated their fellow UAE-based club. Staying on the theme of Club World Cup news, and this tournament has unearthed some fascinating player stories. From Auckland City's midfielder / Coca-Cola salesman who outperformed Harry Kane to Fluminense's 44-year-old goalkeeping legend, but the tale of Seattle's own Georgi Minungu is truly remarkable. The young Ivorian started his pro career at Czechia's second-tier side MFK Viskov before securing a loan move to America's Tacoma Defiance. He then earned a trial at MLS club Seattle Sounders, but later that year, Georgi would suffer a serious eye infection, which resulted in the permanent loss of vision in his left eye following surgery. But against all odds, Georgi has continued to push on, claiming, "This disability doesn't limit me. My left eye is not working, but I keep working. I can do better than those who have 2 eyes." Iconic words, and he has since delivered, signing a 4-year contract with Seattle. A US Open Cup debut followed, then in MLS, and in 2025, he just made his Club World Cup debut against Atletico Madrid. An absolutely insane come-up, all things considered. The 22-year-old has said his dream is to play at the highest levels, so who's to say we won't see him tearing up in Europe one day. Anyways, that's today's DMAC Daily. See you tomorrow.